Hi Leo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a timeless love tarot reading. So whenever you find yourself guided or drawn to this reading, it's most definitely meant for you. And just want to take this moment to remind you as always to go ahead and like the video, to leave me a comment down below about your situation, how it resonates, or some emojis. And do subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. Join the Leo tribe, which is growing every single day. And when meditating on your energy overall for the reading, of course, in regards to the subject of love, the message that came through was, my love for you will never die. My love for you will never die. So let's shift things on over. I had to step away to turn off the fan so it was a bit more quiet for your reading, and do excuse any noise in the background as there's a dog barking. But let's see how many cards Spirit wants to give us from the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. And while I do the initial shuffling, keep in mind general timeless love read for the sign of Leo. So because it's general, take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. But if you're here to hear about a Leo, especially because it's a love reading, you're more than welcome to join. What else was I going to say? Make sure to check out your other chart placements for more messages. And I'm also accepting requests at this time for personal readings. So all you have to do is head down to the description box where you'll see the options, pricing, and my email. Just reach out and I'll get that started for you, okay? Alrighty, as I completely struggle for our lovely Leos for their love situation. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Leo for their love? You're taking all of these, and we're just going to go with 5. Perfect. Okay. It feels like with the 4 swords at the bottom of the deck, a lot of you are taking time to rest, to sort out how you feel about this individual, about this situation, this connection. Feeling like at times you get the recognition, appreciation from them or from other people, but for whatever reason, you just know intuitively that the connection between the two of you will just last for a lifetime. Wow, that is powerful. But at times, I feel the need to show as well the 2 of Swords, you feel a little bit on guard with them for one reason or another, or just feeling as if you can't see the future of the connection, even if you know intuitively or feel within that it's not going to die anytime soon, or if at all. But let's move on to the spread, where we have, let's just display these in a little fan, the Wheel of Fortune. So you find moving forward that things start to progress with this person, and at times you find that the connection moves in the right direction, and then it'll stop, or an obstacle will pop up in your way. A lot of you finding that other energies have a lot to say about the 2 of you and your connection, regardless of where you are. Keep in mind this can be past, present, future oriented for you, just one, or it could be a little bit of all of which. Your love just makes me giddy. Your compliments, the way you speak to me, and at times, you know, getting frustrated with this individual in the way they just don't do things at the right time or in the right way, but then it's like they say the right thing or do the right thing, and it just kind of makes up for it, right? You just get me. Let's just do this. Let's just commit. But then it's like, oof, will the commitment, the label, will that sort of ruin what we have going for us? For those of you already committed with this individual, it's you sort of trying to maintain a level of peace and comfort within the connection, as you truly know that that connection's not going to come to an end. I'm hearing anytime soon. Why is it that I feel we're meant to be together? It's a very soulmate, soul connection kind of way of viewing the connection. Some of you feel as if this person is your twin flame, but a lot of people not realizing that your twin flame isn't always the one you end up with in the end. So you need to kind of readjust your thought process on that one. Take a look at all, I need to kind of take a step back, a very 4 of Swords kind of a vibe coming through now. Take a step back and look at how much this connection has progressed since you first met them. How do you feel about that progression? How do you feel about them as a whole? right? At times you nitpicking this or that, or finding that they do that, given roles can be reversed, and feeling like at times things progress once again quickly, and other times the wheel just stops and it feels like it's going nowhere. But you feel like the connection will be there in one way, shape, or form, regardless of how much of which, right? Even if at times you guys drift apart and then come back together, feeling like at times it's a push and pull kind of situation. At times you need to ask yourself, does this individual allow me to sort of shine in the way I need to? And do I allow them to do the same, right? I need to sort of help each other grow and grow and glow in a beautiful way. And we're moving on to the Three of Wands. This, as you move forward, you'll find the connection. It's like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this. I want to more from you. I want to more from the situation. I want to see what we can make of this. And you finding that they at times once again get you and other times don't. But then it's like you are still growing and changing and developing. So I need to kind of adjust your perspective and remember that they're not going to have all the answers or get it like that, even if you kind of want them to, right? Feeling like you'll see a lot of threes moving forward, or the number three could be significant for your connection somehow. All about success and personal growth, and realizing that you can assist each other once again with that growth, with going after your own individual dreams and goals. But at times, needing to remember that it's about taking care of oneself to a certain extent, so you can come together with this individual when the time is right, in order to sort of have a strengthened connection, you know, two strong, well taken care of individuals who can care for each other, love for each other. At times feeling as if you desire more compliments, more wooing, if you will, a very old term, to from this person in order to kind of ignite more passion within the connection. But then moving forward, you find you're just not going to give up, right? The connection's just never going to die. Wanting for a lot of you to experience sunsets, sunrises with this individual, wanting to travel with this person to new locations, a desire to simply experience life with them, new cultures, to see them kind of come with you into the next chapters as your story, your path just unravels before your very eyes. Ace of Swords. A lot of you find that, again, it's a matter of sort of initiating a new fresh start with this individual, or at times feeling like you're pushed to kind of take your time away from them, even if it's temporary, and then kind of putting a sword in the issues or the frustrations or the little details you decide to focus on, or they decide to focus on, and just start fresh. A lot of you kind of being like, this isn't going to die, and it shouldn't. It's meant to be. It's very, again, soulmate oriented and destined to a certain extent. But it's you kind of being like, in order to start fresh in a productive way, I need to put a sword in a lot of the BS that's taken place. Feeling like you guys at times do need to sit down and productively discuss what needs to be improved between the two of you. And at times, some of you, you'll discover there's a third party. But then again, it's like, it's something you'll have to kind of consider and ask yourself if it's a deal breaker, even though I feel like a lot of you, no matter what, will always be sort of energetically tied to this individual in one way, shape, or form. And we're moving on to the second half of the spread, where we have the Queen of Pentacles. As you move forward, who has a dog with this individual? Do you hear the dog barking in the background? And that itself keeps you sort of tied together, doesn't it? Like your own little child in a sense. Anyways, moving on, you'll find that you sort of have this appearance when it comes to the connection, this sort of glow about you. I care for you, I want to take care of you. You feeling that way about the other individual, while feeling they, to a certain extent, feel the same for you. But it's like, when do we sort of take this to the next level? When do we, how do we even begin to work out some of the issues we have, right? You wanting to, again, seeing this as a, a magic ball, a glass ball, if you will, wanting to see the future of the connection, but with the Two of Swords, not really being able to fully grasp how things are meant to unravel. But with the Wheel of Fortune, you need to allow for yourself to go with the flow and allow for that wheel to move at the pace it's meant to. Some of you wanting to force the connection to unravel quicker, and others just feeling as if things need to slow down a bit. And just, it's going to end up kind of progressing in one way and then the other, and at times just somewhere in the middle. And it needed to allow for things on both ends to unravel and grow and develop in the way they're meant to, as well as when you come back together and do your thing together. We're meant to be, and I know that, but it's like at times you feel as if the other person, or even you, with certain habits or things that are said, it's almost like putting your foot in the wheel and stopping the progress that you're making from that connection, feeling like it's moving forward. And Spirit saying, well, you're going to have to decide what you truly want. And again, a very Four of Swords way of being, when you be, take time and step back and figure out what works for you. Not really what works for other people around you, feeling like there's a lot of opinions and voices coming in. It's about figuring out what's right for you, what's right for them, and what's right for you guys as a team. And we're moving on to the Ace of Wands. And again, I'm seeing this here. I feel like not only sunsets, sunrises, but it's you desiring, or you moving forward, you will experience like looking up at the stars, the moon, a lot of sort of nature scenery involved, travel. Ace of Wands. And that's the second ace in this reading, all about fresh fresh starts, allowing yourself to be granted this wish, if you will, to have a future with this individual, allowing yourself to put aside any sort of nitpicking or details that frustrate you, and realize that nobody's perfect, right? When you look in the mirror, you're not perfect either, and nobody's expected to be. And so at times feeling like, whether it's you or them or both of you, sort of expecting a level of perfection in the way things are dealt with or approached, and just to accept that imperfection is a beautiful thing between the two of you, and to embrace it, right? As you start fresh, whether it feels like multiple times within the connection or just once, feeling like a lot of you desire a strong, confident, positive future with this individual. And being aligned with the Three of Wands, it's this kind of go-getter mindset that takes over, whether it's theirs, yours, or both of you, being like, let's do this, right? Let's make this work. Let's sit down and talk about the issues, but let's be adults about it. Let's be mature. Let's allow for the motivation that's taking over to guide us in the right direction. And being aligned with the Ace of Swords, it's like, all the meanwhile, while Spirit and the universe is trying to grant you this fresh start with this individual, trying to grant you the future you desire with them, you need to kind of both put a sword in old habits and ways of being, and allow yourself to truly start fresh, as you truly feel that this love, this connection will never die. All right, Leo. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to email me about booking a personal reading. Wishing you nothing but the best at this time. Sending you love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Leo.